Bro, Hollywood P reacts.
What's good, YouTube? It's your dude Hollywood P, back again for another video. Now, as always, folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications so that you stay up to date with all of my latest uploads. All right, guys, we're back once again, and today is the day that DDG pretty much starts his 7-day stream with his dating show, Are You My Ball? And a lot of people are going to be tuned in. Now, a lot of people are saying, a lot of the fans on both sides are saying that they do believe that Halle Bailey will be tuned in to watching Are You My Ball. It's crazy to think about, but honestly, Halle is a fan of DDG. You know what I mean? Outside of everything that's going on, as far as, you know, the custody stuff and the restraining order, she still watches them because every time they're in court, she's always presenting something that she's seen online. So, like I said, once this show starts, you won't be able to not see it. It's going to be clips everywhere, you know what I mean, all over TikTok, which Halle's on. She's going to see it on YouTube. She's going to see it everywhere. You can't run from it. If you pick up your phone, you're going to see it. Now, it's come to my attention that a lot of the Capaholic members, which is DDG's, you know, group, have not really been, of course, reposting the Are You My Ball stuff that's been going on for today. But you got to also remember that these guys are also entertainers. You know, they're also creators. Like Jay Cinco, I think he's out in North Carolina doing his thing. You know, Baby Rich, I'm sure he's doing, you know, music recording somewhere. And Dove's always recording, filming YouTube videos and streaming. And I think Deshae Frost has something, you know, with the young lady Tattoo Bay out in Miami. Yeah, they're doing stuff, so they're doing a stream. So like I say, everything can't revolve around what DDG's doing because they all have to make their separate incomes. You know what I mean? And I saw a lot of talk about how nobody else was promoting it, but you got to realize they was there with DDG on the road, you know, Dove and Cinco. And then I think the last day out here in LA, pretty much everybody was there except for like Baby Rich. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was there supporting. So it's only so much they can do. I mean, they can't walk him through the door. He's there in the house now with like 25 women, plus all these film crew and everything. And I think the reason why he doesn't want them really involved further than the auditions, because he wants the show to be about him. He doesn't want to be like dirty macking or being challenged by one of the other guys trying to holler at the girls while he's in the house. Like, and I get it, you know, this is your moment. You spend a lot of money on this show and you want it to be focused on you. You know, it's not Are You Our Balls, it's Are You My Ball. You know what I mean? So he just want to make sure it's all eyes on him. Now, there are, you know, of course, a lot of young ladies, like I said, that were flying out yesterday, that arrived. No, actually, they arrived yesterday. They were flying out yesterday. They arrived yesterday, and they've been in this house for a while. So they're doing TikTok videos. They're all over the internet. Just letting you know that the show is about to be lit. Now, as we know, that there will probably be some drama because anytime there's a house full of women, we've seen baddies and all these other stuff and Bad Girls Club, and we know that women seemingly can't get along past a certain amount of time being in the house together. It's always some drama. So we're sure to see a couple fights, you know. And like I said, I just wish I felt that DDG was really searching for love in this house and he wasn't really with technically or allegedly India Love. You know, we see them all out in here in LA pretty much together. So this show is just kind of like something that he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? He's going through, like we say, going through the court stuff with Halle, and he just needs to, he want to live his life to the fullest because at the end of the day, you know, DDG, of course, was set down by his family for sure and was told that, listen, just because you're going through this, you're not like a broke person or a person that doesn't have anything going on in life. Use your money on you. Use your money and have fun. Do the things that you want to do. Don't worry about the court. When court dates arise, you handle it. It's not like he's in a criminal case. This is a custody battle. He can just say, man, forget it, man, and let Halo, you know, be with Halle. You know, it's not nothing that's pressure. It's stuff, he's something that he's doing so he can see his son, but it's not forced upon him. He'll pay, if it was just that, he'd just pay child support and let Halle just do what she do with Halo. You know what I'm saying? But he wants to be, of course, involved in his child's life. So that's why it's easy for him to not just shut down and don't want to do anything, because this is not like a criminal court case. You know what I'm saying? This is like family court. This is something that, like I said, something that's not like he's going to go to jail for. You know what I'm saying? It just makes him look bad in public, in the public's eye, from what was said about him. And, like I said, it's 3 sides to the story: hers, his, and the truth. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they'll reach some type of agreement within the next upcoming months, and, start the visitation process, start the child support process, and let it be that. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, the reason why they're bumping heads so much is because of the power that they both possess. They both have fan bases. You know what I'm saying? It's like 2 powerhouses going up against each other. DDG has his, DDG squad, and Halle Bailey has her fans. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. It's just 2 powerhouses colliding, trying to get some stuff settled. DDG wants sole custody of Halo, not just 50%. I thought it was 50-50, but he wants sole custody. That's what the paperwork says. Sole custody, far as I know, means he want to be, I guess, considered the custodial parent, since he alleged that Halle had some type of mental issues going on or something. You know what I mean? That's what he's saying. But I hope they finally, like I said, come to some type of agreement so they can live their best life. And like I said, with DDG, he's doing these shows, he's traveling, he's nonstop, he's doing everything. It's almost like a bucket list. That's what it feels like. So I hope he's not gonna do nothing crazy to himself, but it does feel like he's going through like a bucket list of stuff, like on these yachts and shooting a bunch of videos every day. Like he was going crazy, But Dub, like I said, Dub did say that this is his therapy. This is therapeutic to him, doing stuff for the public, like live streaming, making money, gambling, just anything he can do to keep his mind off of not being able to see his son when he wants to. Like I said, regardless of the houses, the girls, the cars, the jewelry, and all that, he still wants to be able to like pick up his son or wake up and be a father. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess the thing is like this: when you're a father and you struggling in life, you don't have any money and everything, it seems like the child needs this, the child needs that, it can be a headache. But when you're a multi-millionaire and everything that you can pretty much put together can take this child to a whole new stratosphere of entertainment and just having fun and just being a lit kid, and you're not being able to allow to do it, it could piss you off. I mean, if you think about DDG's situation, it's not like he was accused of doing anything to Halo. You know what I'm saying? He was accused of doing stuff to Halle, and Halle was accused of doing stuff to him. You know what I'm saying? But it just seems like it is a little bit of bitterness in there coming from Halle Bailey. Now, I understand there's a lot of comments going to be talking about, the protective nature of things and things that DDG does that Halle doesn't see fit for a father to be doing with the kid. But see, this is what I'm saying. A lot of kids are growing up, as far as young men, and they're becoming like feminine. You know what I'm saying? You see these little kids out here that's alleged, just raised by single mothers, and they're acting like their moms, because they don't have a father figure. Just because you playing a video game and your dad's talking loud or something like that, it's a manly thing. That'll help a child become a man. When you treating them all soft and dressing them in bright colors, and what I'm saying, you making them like a little girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to do that, because that's why these kids are coming out the way they are. You understand what I'm saying? So let the man lead. If the father is in the kid's life, let the father be in the kid's life. You know what I'm saying? Do not shun him away. Do not push him away. You understand what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, guys, like I say, today is the day of the show. It's about to start here in a little bit. But anyway, I just want to tap in with you guys. Are You My Boss coming up? Shout out to everybody. Increase the peace. Halle Bailey, DDG. And I'll see you guys later. All right? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications. And as always, folks, holla back at your boy. Peace.